Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back with you today. I have a new digital. This is a ledger style, or for a ledger style journal, meaning it's oriented this direction rather than it's portrait rather than landscape. How's that? Words sometimes. So instead of having the pages that go like this and fold, they're going to fold the long, the long skinny style journals. And so this is going to be a lot like my Bourbon Rose or my Sherlock Holmes Carol's Case. I think that's how I named it. It's something Carol's Case and Sherlock Holmes. So anyway, Holmes Carol's Case, that's what it was. Anyways, so it's a ledger style and it's called Grungy Wallpaper. It's 21 pages. And so the idea of it is like, obviously, grungy old wallpaper, vintage kind of Victorian era photographs and things like that. So anyways, without further ado, I will show you each page so that if you are interested, you can purchase it and know what you're getting, because on Etsy you only get to see 10 pages. So yeah, just lots of different images, and yeah, I think it'll be really pretty as a ledger style journal. And you could do it nice and grungy if you wanted, or I think you could just, kind of just do the vintagey thing with lace and whatnot. I think that little girl must have moved because like her thumb is blurred out. Weird. Just cool old vintage photos and ledger and grungy, peely wallpaper, numbers, because, always got to have numbers, because I love numbers. These little boys, they're so cute. Stamps and flowers, all kinds of lovely goodness. So yes, 21 pages is what this one is. And then I tried to do sort of muted a few so that, you could definitely write here. I don't know if you could write there, but you could put something on there too if you want that as a writing spot. This one's real pretty. I like the colors, greens, blues, rusts, kind of that vintage photo or walnut stained look. And like something spilled on it. Just a far cry from all the Christmas that we're doing now, but it's getting towards that time where I'm going to start moving on. I start to get Christmased, and although I love the stuff I've been working with for sure, it just, it's time to move on. So this is one of those library style pockets that I've been using in the all-in-one journals, just because I like those. They're fun. So it's like this one right here with the Santa and the kind of lacy background. They're a nice size, and I did do a corner pocket. A little bit different from what I normally do. These I normally do the different tags and a large journaling card, that kind of thing. There's another one of those pages. So there's 3 ephemera type pages. There's an envelope. And so you would just fold it where each of those little divots is. You just do like a score line. I mean, I'm sure you guys have done these, but if you're new, you might not have. And I would say that this would be the top, well, it is the top flap because it's got the point. This one's got the flat edge, so that's the part that, folds over. And I'll make one on camera too. And there's just a trim that you can use wherever you like in your journal. And there's 2 of these so that you can, on the long skinny pages, the big one doesn't fit. So this one will, these will fit. You can do 2 on a page if you want. And then the number 10 window envelope cover, which you can use a multitude of ways. You don't even have to have a number 10 window envelope. You can just cut these out, put some acetate behind them, and basically turn it into your own, window envelope. And then there's words as well. So just all different fun words. for your journal. All right, so that's that. And then I also wanted to show you, I finished the little tag, winter tag journal. And I've just tied it with some of that kind of fuzzy, fluffy, whatever, yarn, whatever this stuff's called. And I did end up putting a binding of just a piece of lace on there because I was ridiculous and did that one tab. The one tab really just doesn't work. I mean, it stayed together, but it was doing that wobbly thing because it only had one tab on some of the pages. So that just really doesn't work. I don't know what I was thinking, but that was the problem. So I just put the lace to hold them so they stay, you know, up and together, and the tabs are still underneath, the blue ones, but yeah. And then I have just the fabric up there. I stitched a lot of these, like stitched along there, and some fabric at the top. A lot of this, you know, you've already seen, but I just wanted to show you, you know, the whole thing completely done so that if you're making one and you want to do something similar or completely different, you can. So yeah, that's the advantage of these. And there's so many bits and pieces left. You could definitely add them to another winter journal or whatever. So yeah, definitely lots of fun to be had. And then I just did one of those, just some extra coffee dyed, those boys on that snowflake background, having a good old time in the snow. And then these pieces in here. This is kind of like a mini ephemera folio or something is the way I think of it, because you could fill this up more if you wanted to with ephemera. So just kind of a fun little something to make. These open up pretty good to get your hands in there. And then this is a piece of a Christmas card, but it was just really wintry looking, so I just cut it out and used it as a pocket, and that's one of the journaling cards. And this is going to be a gift, so although I have kind of not done it perfectly, I think it'll be a great gift to have. And those are fun, just a little tuck there, and you could still write here, you know, because it doesn't have a ton of writing space, but again, we're back to that. You'd probably mostly use this maybe for January, and how much writing space do you need for that amount of time? I mean, some people might need a lot, but I know I wouldn't need very much. So, plus they're just fun to have around for decoration too. Snowman, and our frozen little belly band, and I showed you, I did this one with you, so you've seen it. But it got stitched around, and then these got stitched around. And I added threads because since it's going into these pockets, I didn't want like fabric tabs that are really bulky, you know, so just some threads to give it a little bit of interest. And then I just did a little upward tuck, just a little snowman on manila file folder that I spritzed with some Tim Holtz Distress Oxide, and then stitched some of that fun fuzzy yarn. And this one just has an itty bitty scrap of rickrack and a whole bunch of threads, and this one I just stitched around. Some of them are so little that I didn't want to add really anything much to them. But yeah, this was super fun, and I would definitely do another one. So, except next time I will do 3 and 2 on the tabs. 3 tabs, 2 tabs, 3 tabs, 2, like that. Because, yeah, well, what are you going to do? It's all live and learn, and at least you can fix stuff. I mean, good thing, because I seem to mess up something on everything. So, anyhow, there was a little confusion, and I'm sorry I didn't explain this very well, so I'll try to do better. With the all-in-one journal, the whole idea is that a beginner could buy this kit and maybe just have a few extra items and be able to make themselves a whole small one signature journal. So, or give it as a gift, that kind of thing. And so what I have done is made a cover, and since the cover can't be bigger than an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, which for, you know, when it's spread out like that, it is just less than an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I kind of had to make something for the pages so that they're smaller, or some sort of template, because if you're a beginner, it might be a struggle to get them cut the size you want and all that. I was just trying to make it easy for a beginner. So in every one of these journal kits, there's this page like this that says journal page and trim. So you get this trim. You can use the trim wherever you want to in your journal. This page is to help you get the size. If you want your pages the size of mine that I am using in this journal and the winter journal, this is the size. So basically I just did this so you can either measure it and cut all your pages that size, or, you know, set it on top of the other ones and cut them that size, that kind of thing. This page wasn't really meant to be a backing page. I think probably the easiest way to do it, if you want it to be a backing page, is to print on the other side of this page with no borders. So you could print any of the other pages from the kit, like this one right here, because it comes in the whole 8.5 by 11 size. But print it with no borders, because the problem that this lovely, lovely, wonderful lady was having was that she was getting a border, you know, and then when you cut it out, it wasn't matching up right, that whole thing. So I think if you take this page, print it, and then however your printer works, get it to print on the other side, full page, then you can cut it out, you know, cut here, and use it as a page, and it'll have both sides done. I ended up using mostly the full-size sheets, you know, printing on one side, flipping it over, printing on the other side. And I used this lace on a lot of pages just so that you could see it. But this one I did print on the back, and I don't have any white borders. So the trick really is not to try to get this one to go right on the other side of, say, this one that has the white borders. Because the white borders, you can't ever get everything lined up with those. I feel like that's why I always print borderless, because it just never, I can never get it to line up right. Even if I do two borderless pages that are technically the same size, I still end up, when I cut off the white borders, they're still white somewhere. So, and I don't know why. That's a whole printer issue that I don't understand. And I, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I can't really help with. So I apologize if there was any confusion there. So that page that you get in each one of the kits, in the original winter, all-in-one winter kit, there's quite a few of these pages, because that's how I set it up, so that you could just cut them out and put them into your journal. But then I had a lot of people that are journal makers, or have been for a long time, and they wanted to make full-size their own journal with their own covers and that kind of thing. So that's why I started just having one sizing page and then a bunch of just 8.5 by 11, so that, you know, it works for more people. You know, if you didn't want to make a small journal, you wanted to make a 3-signature journal, you could still do that with this kit. So that's what the deal is there. So I apologize if that was confusing or I didn't explain it very well, but that's what that page is for. So we are going to move along now and do a little belly band, I think, here, just like this kind of thing. And we'll put one of my flowers at the bottom. I thought about doing the dot again, but I think I'll do a flower just as a little spot for that to stop at. And you don't, if you don't like that stopper at the bottom, you don't have to do those. I just like it because then I know when I'm flipping around in a journal, I don't have to worry about something falling out of it, you know, or you go to put it on a shelf and tag falls out, and you're like, where'd this tag come from? That kind of thing. I just like the idea of the stopper. But if, you know, you just like the belly band, then just do that. Because it really probably does hold them just fine. It's more my neuroticness. I always have to, like, you know, it's going to get thrown around the room or something. That's sort of how I craft. I don't know. Can't explain it. I have no answers. Do I want a little something on this? Do I? I don't know. Oh, I could do Mary. Like, you know, Happy Mary. That would be cute. And those are from A Jeweled Design. I could also do another piece, kind of layered. Let to see you, Santa. And this is a tiny belly band. Like, you could add to it if you wanted it longer or something like that. Like, you know, by putting a different piece of paper underneath of it that was the full length. But I'm fine. I mean, it's going to hold the tag, so that's what the goal is, right? I don't know what I want. I think I might do that and then put the poinsettia. Maybe let's see it with poinsettia. Now I'm thinking we don't need another poinsettia. Yeah, let's just do that. That'll work. Some people are cheering, some people are booing. So I hope you're all doing great. I'm doing pretty good. Just chaotic days around here right now. Oh, you know, I forgot my little book. Hold on just a second. Okay, I got it. So I'm going to say hugs and blessings to Diane, Black Coffee and Wildflowers, and Pat. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you for all your kind comments. Welcome to new subscribers. Welcome back to continuing subscribers. You guys are awesome. I don't know that I want to do anything to that tag, so I don't want anything getting caught on it when it's going in and out. I mean, I'll probably put maybe a little fabric at the top or something like that, but I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot else. Oh, and I also wanted to say there's quite a few ladies that have worked with this kit. There's Laurette Chandler. You guys probably all know Laurette. And there's my friend Linda. She is Handmadeiowa. And Mitzie at 307 Junk Journals. Trying to think, who am I missing? Oh, geez, Carol Laws has just started. I think she's using the winter, all-in-one winter kit, though. Yeah, she's not using the Santa one. That's right. So, yes, definitely go check them all out, and I will try to remember to put a link to all of their channels so that you can see what they're up to, because they're making lovely things. I think I'm the only one that's doing the, like, this version of if you're a beginner kind of thing. Everybody else is kind of either adding it to other kits or Laurette's doing like a folio, and Linda's doing like a full-size larger journal. So, yes. All beautiful items. But yeah, I'll probably add some fabric or lace or something to this. This is an oldish looking Santa. But, you know. That's the way it is, right? We all get there. All right, so I like that. I think that's a fun little tuck spot for a tag. And then we're going to go over a few pages, and I have my funny little reindeer. he kind of cracks me up. He almost looks like he's smiling. He's just a cute one. He's a happy one. He likes his job. And then this is a Tim Holtz piece, and I thought I would just put it up here, and then this can tuck upward into that. This is another place where I always worry about stuff falling out, but we're just going to go with it because I don't want to put a dot or something in the middle of the page. We'll just hope that our little reindeer doesn't fall out. So this is a pretty simple thing to do. I try to think of little bit simpler maybe with this. Just because if you are a beginner, I don't want to make it like, wow, that was, you know. Or for a gift, you know, if you're trying to do a quick gift, you know, you don't have to add a ton of stuff to all these. They're pretty, you know, decorated and stuff. So I feel like you don't have to go crazy with it. Yeah, Linda, her and a friend made journals. She has a friend who's new to journaling, and so they both are together working on journals using this kit. So that was super fun to hear. There's that one, so that's super easy. I don't know if I want to add anything to the reindeer. I'm running out of my sayings. I need to print them again. I don't know if I have anything in here. A lot of this is, well, there's some older-ish things. Some of it's pretty new looking. We could do joy. Huh. He's just the cutest. He makes me laugh. I'm trimming this. I know it's not fun to sit and watch me do this, but I don't like all the white on stickers. That's why I struggle using stickers, even though I have those books of them. So when I got this one, I was like, you've got to actually use it. It's just so much white around them, and I don't like it with that much. I don't mind a little. Then I always cut too close somewhere. Okay, and then I think I'll use some of this shiny red stuff since I went to the dollar store to buy it. I actually went for the snow stuff, but then I saw this and I was like, ooh, that might be fun for Christmas. Nice shiny red tulle type. We're going to ink this. Or do I want old book page? Now I've got myself all, what do I want? What do I want? For starters, I don't need quite this large of a piece. Could do both. Yeah, I think I'll do that. We're just gonna put, you have to have the pin out, Amy. Put glue on the back of the net and the sticker. We're gonna put a lot so that hopefully it will stay. We're just gonna glue it right onto our old paper, and I'm gonna use my paper towel because I made a mess. Hopefully it will all stay where it goes, where it lands. So yeah, I know everybody's not going to have that old numbery book page, but you can use, just use whatever you have. You could just put the tool. You don't have to have that. It just adds a little something. Okay. All right. And we've got our belly band, and I put both kids in there, and I still need to stitch stuff. So I haven't done that yet. There's always so many things. And I have this flip. I kind of want to put something here, like, I don't know, washi, if I can find some that would work. I have a whole lot of Christmas washi. And that I do have is very skinny. I did have one with some holly on it. There it is. I don't use a ton of washi, but on things like this, I do like it because I just don't like that. But you could probably also use like a strip of paper, decorative paper, whatever would work. Yeah, I think I use this in every Christmas journal I have because it's one of the ones I have. Yesterday I was so mad at myself because I came upstairs and I had, it was this morning actually. Yesterday I had cut until about 8 o'clock at night on the Glowforge and stuff. And so while I do that, I go back and forth between the Glowforge and my table here to, you know, finish up that little snowman book. And then I must have just been like, I'm done, and left. And I left all my glues opened. Why do we do that? You'd think we would learn. So I sprayed my other glue stick that I had open with water and put the lid on it. It'll get better. It'll have like a layer on the very top that is real goopy, but it'll be fine. But it's just, why? Ridiculousness. Where can I put that too? Just to make it a little blingy. This shiny one definitely has to have glue because it doesn't stick at all. Not even a tiny bit. All right, that's better. Just didn't like it before. All right, that one's good. I need to stitch around her tag. Oh, how did I end up with 2 of these? I guess I don't need that other one behind that little boy. I don't know. I thought I didn't have one yet. Getting mixed up here. It's not like it's that hard. It's one little journal. I'll put Santa in there. And then I have this. I must have been thinking belly band. A lot of belly bands. This is a Tim Holtz piece that I'm going to put at the back for a large tuck. What am I going to put in that? I could put Santa just peeking over. I think that's what I'll use. I don't know. I may change my mind. This one, does this one peek better? Who peeks better? I think that one peeks better, huh? Where was that now? This one, this one. Where was I going to put that? It wasn't on here. It was on here, huh? Yeah. Is there something on the back? There is something on the back of this, so I don't want that there. I know, it's all very scientific. Trying to figure out where to put everything. So I want them over here so that you could write on that page. That might be smarter. I need to trim this a little better. There's a, I think that's supposed to be like that. It's like it's got a nick taken out of that, but for some reason it's drawing my eye and annoying me. So I'm just going to trim it. Okay, so we need to back this because it's just copy paper. To remove all the little bits and pieces out of the way off of my glue book. It is super fun to see when other people use your kits, you know, what they come up with. I find it fascinating because we all use the same thing and do entirely different things, which that's how it should be. It's awesome. What I could do, I'm having a rethink, sorry. Let me see. I just feel like there's a lot of belly bands. I could do this, the FAO Schwartz Christmas chimes. Do I like that better? Yeah, I think so. I think there's just too many belly bands. I'm worried about that kind of stuff. So sorry, now I gotta do this one. Oh my gosh. So what are you guys up to? Anything exciting? We don't have a whole lot of exciting going on here. It just keeps raining. Except my son did find a house, so that's exciting. He's gonna, you know, live with friends because obviously he can't afford a house. But he's got 3 friends that are all gonna split the rent. As you do. So he was very excited yesterday. I already inked that. I might, I think I will round the corners if I can find where my corner rounder is. Oh boy. Oh, it's right next to me. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Honestly, trying to decide how much of a rounding I want on it. And I think the other ones I'm gonna leave like that. And then maybe we'll try to find a Tim Holtz little tag thing or something red. Ooh, you know what would be good is a red stamp. Everybody's gonna text me right now. It's always the way. All day, nothing. We're just gonna have to wait. Okay, so we'll go in there, and then we're going to try to find something on there. Let's see. I have to grab my boxes. I get these at, sorry, I know it's taking up time around there. Hobby Lobby. this idea is from Gail Agostinelli. That's where I found out about these. They work great for ephemera and whatnot. So it's a box of boxes. No matter how silly that seems, I might actually just stick that in there too. And I've got all kinds of junk in there that isn't necessary. See, just things like that that are red, green maybe. Compliments of the season. I don't want to like cover the Santa at all. I want the Santa to stay intact. Oh, there's a little compliments of the season. Sorry, I was goofing around here forever. I could use that little sticker. Yeah, we'll do something with that. I'll stop mucking around. It was a relief to get the tree all up. Just got to wrap presents now. Okay, looks kind of better to do it that way. When it's still on the backing, I feel like. Okay, so I think we'll put this kind of on the bottom. You know, we could make this into another little, let's make it into a little tiny text spot. Sometimes that's kind of fun. I don't know what I'll put in there, but and then this I kind of wanted behind, so let me do that real quick before or I could put it over here. Let's put it on this side. And I think I'm going to put this one right here. I'm going to put a little glue on that. And do I even want this one now? I don't know. I don't want to cover up that man down there. Maybe we just need like a little number or something. Like one of the tiny ones. I, of course, don't have any cut or any there that are red or green that are tiny. These are Tracy Fox. That might work. It's a little big. I kind of want this size. That one might, I mean, doesn't have to be. Could be blue. 14th of October doesn't really get it. I think those are a little wide, but we can try it. I should go over to Tracy's. Do you guys know? Oh, I could use that one again. I used that on that card the other day. I'll use that one. I haven't been over to Tracy's in a while. If it's still kind of big. She has like Christmas ones. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Kind of like the blue better. I mean, it doesn't have to have anything else, but sometimes I can't stop myself. Okay, I think that's good now. And I don't know that I'll do much to this except add a fabric or whatever. Santa. I just kind of like that little tag, ticket, whatever it is there. Let's do this at the back. I think that's what I want. Is it too? It's very shiny. I don't know. I think I'm going to end up using it anyway. I might just sand it a tiny bit lightly. Or you know what I could do? I could put a little... I don't know why that bugs me so much. Really not a big deal, but for some reason it bugs me. I think I'm going to do that. And then I'll just tear it around the edges. And this. I gotta find my little pen. Oh boy. I need to make one of those little things like a lot of people have in their glue that hold the pin. There it is. You know, I just need to do that. So I quit losing it all the time. I don't really want to get glue on this, but I'm gonna, because I gotta get close to the edge or it won't work. You gotta get all in the middle spots or you'll have like weird bubbly things. And then you gotta find which side of your tissue has a sheen, because there seems to always be a shiny sheen on one side. I don't know why. I'm sure there's a reason. I don't mind a few wrinkles, but I want to be able to read it, so I don't want to make it so wrinkly that I can't see what on earth. Probably should have sanded it a little too. That would help that stick better, but I think it'll be alright. If you're really trying to pick at it, you could probably pick it off, but a little bit of glue. I'm trying not to crinkle this a lot, but good luck, right? So it's not crinkling your ears off. Just in that amount of time that I left that open. They just are cantankerous little things. I didn't do too bad. Not as bad as I thought I did. On those edges. This one's not great. Always gotta miss it somewhere, always. I have a piece of fabric randomly. So happy I finally got all my fabric and stuff put away for Christmas, so it's not near as disastrous in here anymore. The cool thing about this is it should just easily kind of rip because this is such a, almost like what do you call that, chipboard. You could also wet it, that would make it easier. I'm just trying to get rid of this crinkle. I didn't get that corner. Oh well. We'll ink it. Okay. Get rid of the crinkle. So everybody doesn't go insane. I don't actually mind having a little bit of this hanging off. It's kind of interesting. Adds a little something. Oops. Try to keep that there so you guys don't get blinded by the lights. Okay, I like it. That helped. It just was very, very shiny. I was having a hard time with it. So I like that much more. Very shiny. Alright, so we're just going to have it as a tuck. I'm going to actually put quite a bit of glue though, just to... It's kind of a hefty piece, so I don't want it falling off. We're almost done with this one. I mean, I might add some other little doodads. I don't know. But I found over at Joey Cardmaker's shop, he put out right when I was making this new digital that I just came out with, Victorian, like old Victorian photos of, he has one for men and one for women, and they're those cabinet cards that he does. So I ordered those today because I'm like, those will be fun to play with that. So thank you, Joey. That'll be a fun make. I was scratching to do a ledger style. Haven't done one for a while. I get over it quick because I don't make a lot of those because I kind of find that long, skinny decorating surface difficult. Like, I somehow can't ever figure out placement. So, yeah. That's, yeah, I'm going to have to print that tag again. It's got lines in it from my printer. My awful, irritating printer. It's an Epson Eco Tank, and I absolutely love it when it's working, but when it's not, it makes me want to throw things. And it gets the lines, and then you gotta clean it. I cleaned it today, but sometimes I don't realize the lines are there until I don't have this guy in this book yet, so I think I'll use him down there. Yeah, sometimes I just don't realize it, and then I go to work with it, and I'm like, oh, why? What else do I have? I think that's what I'll use. I don't know what else I want. I don't want to put too much because I don't want to cover that all up. Put a piece of that old book page, I guess, would work. I love how the Santa has the flag in his... I know a lot of people, this isn't your flag, so I'm sorry. It just, I found it and liked it. It's just kind of fun. I like it. I might put this behind him. Just want a little, you know. Just a little bit, My number. Yeah, something like that'll work. Yeah, I really like that with the tissue over the top of it. That's always a trick you can use if you have like a something out of a magazine or whatever, shiny. Just throw some sewing tissue, or I had actual like tissue paper that was that color, and it works great. Just takes it down a notch. So it's not quite so wow. Oh no, did I put it on a gluey spot? I hate when I do that. I got glue on Santa. Yep, so aggravating. Thought I picked a non-gluey spot. All right, it'll dry and it'll be fine, probably, hopefully, hopefully. And I'll print out a new tag, but there it is. I think it's pretty much good. I might add a few things, but I think that is it for today, anyway. I might just add like I like these little, the kiddos, you know. Did I use them? I think I did use them somewhere, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not here. No. Alrighty then. I'm losing my marbles. I've been doing too many Christmas projects. I can't remember which one I did what with. What I used where. Oh, that has... Oh, I did a pretty good job of, you know, every few pages kind of thing. Sometimes I have gaps, like big gaps somewhere. I really like that reindeer. He cracks me up. Cracks me up. Well, it doesn't matter. I can add them anywhere because they're just cute. I think they need sort of a plain-ish background. I'll do them here. Just so you can see them better. Put it where there's no glue this time. I always want to tear those numbers off because they're on that flat edge over there, but I like the numbers. Like put that there and then, well, I'll ink it, of course. I just like it. I think I just like them on there. I think they show up fine on that. So that's glued all the way down, nothing, but it's just a little decorative bit. I like the middle, just the way it is. I think it's good, you guys. I just need to do some stitching and stuff like that. But I think I'm pretty good. I add this little girl. Thought I had another little tag. Could do the little house. Put her under there. That's sad though, because it's going to cover up her face. Well, I'll just do it as a little tuck, and then whatever can get tucked under there. Let's take this page off before we ruin something else. It's a very happy wintry scene. It's what we had a few days ago, and then it rained and rained and rained and rained. And now we have no more wintry scene. But it's good to give the ground a good soak after, you know, a hot summer. Helps the trees, especially the pines. We have a giant pine tree in our front yard. Well, actually, we have one that we planted when, gosh, it's been, I'm going to say 6 years, 7 years. I don't know. Anyways, it was tiny, and now it's pretty big, too. It's one of those funny growing ones that look like, they remind me of, like, elephants or something. Because they just grow weird. Not the straight up kind. I don't know, it's some kind of blue spruce, but it's, I don't know what they call it. Okay. And the one that was here when we moved in 16 years ago is totally gigantic. It is like, when I was growing up in Nevada, if you planted a tree like that, it would take, I don't know, 30 years to get the size of this tree. And in 16 years, that thing, just because the soil here is different and the water and everything, you know. But it blew my mind when I first moved here how fast trees grow, because I'm like, no way. That's not even a thing. Oh, yes, it is. When they got enough water, it is. Sorry, I'm just looking for something to back this little cute little girl. I think I'll just use this and fold it for some extra writing space. I know. Her poor little head is going to be tucked under that house, but you'll get a surprise when you pull out the card. Try to get it as close as I can. I'm sure there's easier ways. I always do it the difficult way. It's fine, as my son would say. He's one of those people. It's fine. Everything's fine. I wish I was like that. Thank goodness somebody is, right? All right, so then we have that, so you can write, which is lovely. And we'll just tuck that right up there. Very nice, and I'll have to sign it and all that, but that's it for the most part, and I'll have to find something to tie around it. So I'll probably show it to you guys sometime once I get all that part done. I don't know what we'll do tomorrow. Oh, I know. I wanted to start on that kind of like tag books, but out of the ephemera. So I think we'll start that tomorrow out of already made Christmas ephemera that I didn't use because I always make, I don't know why I make ephemera head ever because I never use it. But anyways, that's a story for another day. All right, I will chat with you guys again soon. Love you guys. Talk later. Bye.